We have Emily Sheila, the Emily Sheila Band, and Ryan, her saxophonist, on the phone right now. Emily, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you. Woohoo!
We can hear you guys.
Yeah.
There we go. Man, so let me start off like this. You guys are not at 100% reggae, not even at 1% reggae, but I heard your music through Sugar Shack sessions, which is, Ed's a really good friend of mine, and I was like, oh my God. It's one of those moments where I have to talk to this artist. So let's talk. Emily Sheila, tell us about you. What's up?
Hell yeah. Well, what's going on? Happy Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you hear me well? You guys are good over there?
We sure can, loud and clear.
Hell yeah. So I'm from Miami, Florida, and I'm a singer-songwriter, producer. And basically, I have just played a whole bunch of little spots everywhere, and then I joined the So Far Sounds and started playing in a whole bunch of different cities. And yeah, and Sugar Shack Sessions reached out to me, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm definitely down to play some shows, play some songs. And yeah, we did it. And then I went out to the West Coast. Ryan, who's on the phone also. Say hello, Ryan.
Hey there, guys.
Oh, hello, Ryan.
Hey there.
Tell them how you found me.
Yeah, well, funny enough, I met Emily, or I heard of Emily through Sugar Shack, through Instagram, and I thought, man, she's a really dope singer-songwriter. So reached out, and we were in touch a little bit through Instagram, and then when she came down here to the West Coast, I jumped on one of her Oakland radio live streams. So it worked out. We hadn't met, and we played that one together, and it came out great.
Absolutely,
yeah, it was awesome. We never met before, and we just jammed out, and that was the song Paradise, and many others as well.
Absolutely. Right. So, Ryan, dude, I looking at the kind of one sheet that Emily just sent me about you, man. You have collaborated alongside, and here we go, former members of Prince, Carlos Santana, the Beach Boys, the Four Seasons with Frankie Valli, the Cult, Faster Pussycat, James Durbin, the Hold Up, the Expendables. Oh, there's some reggae. New Body Electric, Weed. I mean, it goes on, man. And being a saxophone player and a horn player in the music business is really interesting because you kind of have that opportunity to just be like, boom, jump on.
Exactly. I like to think I'm decent at what I do, but the instrument alone is so unique. And I'm in Santa Cruz, and I've just had some really good opportunities. Through, like you said, the hopping on of different bands, I found out that I played with, like, the bass player when I was in Vegas in the band I hopped on. He had played for Carlos Santana and Prince. And then the Expendables are local guys, and I've been able to record at Adam's studio, the drummer. So it's just, I've been really privileged and just enjoying this ride so far with a lot of these artists and the local talent around here. So it's been fun.
Absolutely, man. And, Santa Cruz, man, I was just, before the Jamdemic destroyed all of our careers almost, we're on tour with Pepper, and we did the Catalyst out in Santa Cruz, and that was the first time I was actually out at the Catalyst. That place is dope, man. It's legendary.
Great venue.
It's so legendary. If you guys are just tuning in, you're listening to Simmer Down 90.3 The Rock. Me and Blue are sitting in here chatting with Emily Sheila Band out of Miami, and
baby.
I love the enthusiasm. I already love you. I knew I would. And the superstar saxophonist, Mr. Ryan. Real quick, guys, how can we find your music before we get into some more questions?
So you can find my music on Apple Music. We got Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Emily Sheila Music, Emily Sheila Band, SoundCloud. Just get into that vibe, you know what I mean?
There's that beautiful voice.
Absolutely. And I mean, that beautiful voice we're going to talk about at the end. I want to talk about where you're from, man. So, like, Miami is, again, you guys aren't reggae, but I really don't know a whole lot about the scene in Miami. The only thing I do know is what Ed from Sugar Shack has kind of showed, the world, a few, up-and-coming artists and artists alike been doing. What's Miami like? Tell us about it.
Miami has an absolute abundance of talent. I used to host a open mic in Miami and Wynwood, actually, and it was called Sheila Sessions, and I just basically featured many artists throughout every month. And there's just such incredible talent everywhere that does not get the credit that they deserve. So, yeah, and, unfortunately, there's like a lack of live music venues.
I've heard that. Yeah. So there's just this massive talent. I mean, there's massive talent in every city out there. You just got to find it. But it's really interesting talking to artists. I really love talking about their city, their hometown, where their stomping grounds are, because there's always, a really good look into what that place is really all about. How did you start playing music, Emily? When did that happen?
So I started playing music because my dad plays guitar, and we would have family barbecues and parties, and I always would see how he would illuminate everybody else and get them so excited, and just, it was just such a good vibe. I wanted to be able to provide that same vibe. So I started learning the guitar, and then I started learning voice and piano, and then I went to school. I got my bachelor's in music, and then I continued just playing shows, and then eventually I started booking my own tours, which I just finished this past April, my last tour. And, I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's just the feeling of performing and the feeling of connecting with people and getting into their soul and connecting with that is exactly what I aim for. So it's really a blessing, to be honest, to be able to perform.
You do, and that was a really good point there. Like, you get right into the listener's soul. I mean, the second I heard, I think it was 100 Years, which when we get done with the interview, we're gonna spin that Sugar Shack one. I mean, I just sat down with Blue and I was like, look and listen. This is some powerful stuff right here.
I appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely. If you guys are just tuning in, you're pretty late. It's okay. We got Emily Sheila and Ryan, her saxophonist, on the phone. They're kicking it wherever they're kicking it, getting ready to get music going again. We just got back a festival called Camp Reggae, which you guys should play sometime if you're interested. I will holler at that for you.
How was that?
It was insane. It's almost like a reggae burn. It's been around for 22 years. It's too many things to talk about in one interview. But if you guys are interested in coming out to play that, I tell you what, you'll have the time of your life and have some friends that you will never, ever forget.
Sounds fun.
My goal right now is to play, a lot of festivals. My goal is definitely, I did the sessions and, but my goal, I love that festival feel, and that right now is what I'm just, craving to perform. I really want to give that energy out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can take care of that for you, for sure. We need to start pushing you as far as we can, because when I hear something like you, I hear superstar, Emily. I really do.
Absolutely.
Your voice is one of the best voices I've heard in ever. I'm not kidding.
I appreciate that. I work really, really hard, so I really, really appreciate that genuinely a lot.
Absolutely. We want to keep you pushing.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. So, couple more things here, and then we'll let you, get on your Simmer Down Sunday, your Sunday Fun Day, whatever you like to call it. I want to dive into your actual music and the genres that kind of meld within your music. It's not just one genre. Like I said, especially in this latest EP that you dropped, there's some skanks here and there, a little reggae, and I hear a little bit of world kind of feels. There's some electronic stuff, jazz, soul. Tell us about the genres and how you blend them and where that comes from.
So I like to kind of just not stick to one particular genre. I like to, just do kind of what I'm feeling. And this past EP that I released, which is called Side A, Smooth Buttery Tones, I wrote the song Paradise because I've been skating a lot. I like to do longboarding. And I wanted to have basically a song to skate to. So I created this song called Paradise. And I had Ryan join me on the saxophone, and it was just it was magic. He really, it all tied really together. And as for my genres, I pull inspiration from many different artists like Erykah Badu, the Cranberries, and, I go from thug music all the way to 1920s, that Joe Stafford, all the way back to that vintage vibe. So I really like to incorporate a lot of different elements, and that's why I feel like my music is, something a little bit different than what you hear normally, because I always try to, not stay in that mainstream type of genre and sound, So that's my goal.
And that's quite a good goal. That's a very good explanation, because that was one of the things, and it's not a bad thing. There's a few things when it comes to finding musicians and finding people that I love and really want to promote and be friends with as well. One of the things is you got to be unique. You got to be different. And you got to be talented, and you got to be a good person. And I can feel good vibes from you for sure already.
Hell yeah, I feel good vibes from you. I want to give you like a hug over the phone.
Well, we'll do a radio hug. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Radio hug.
Yes.
Oh,
love it.
Yes, excellent. All right. I know you guys are probably busy. We'll talk again soon. But before we go, one more time, how can we find you? And then I have one more question for you.
Hell yes. You can definitely find us on Spotify, Emily Sheila Band on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube, Emily Sheila. Just, check out that name. You're going to find a lot of different media, videos, music, all different types of visual pleasures coming to you. So, yeah, find that name. Go seek that. And also, please, go seek Ryan Navaroli, saxophonist from Santa Cruz. Fire.
Thank you. Yeah. I have music on Instagram, but I'll be with Emily for some more gigs and shows and festivals and that kind of stuff. So you'll see me around.
We're gonna get you on some stuff. The relationship is officially started. Let's get this movement. Let's get this movement pumping.
I'm excited about that.
Yep,
for sure.
One more question. Again, thank you both for calling in, man. There's something very special about the tunes that are coming out of you guys, and I really wanted to spotlight it. It's a rare thing when it's not a 100% reggae band or world, but I made an exception for you. There's something.
Hell yeah, I really appreciate
something about it, and I don't ever want you guys to stop and keep pushing. One more question.
Yes.
What do you want to show the world? What's your goal with this?
My goal is to heal people through music. I want them to be able to de-stress, let the anxiety go, absolutely just drench themselves in the music and get lost in it. No longer exist in the reality that they are in, and just feel and be with the sound and the time. And that's what my music is about, and I hope that it washes over you and it makes you feel good in every type of single way.
Butter.
Paradise, baby. Emily, Sheila, and Ryan, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
The friendship has officially begun, and man, I got a feeling we're going to see you guys at Camp Reggae in the fall. We'll see. Who knows?
Oh, yes.
Love it.
I love you guys. Thank you for calling in, and we are going to spin the Sugar Shack 100 Years live acoustic Emily Sheila Band here on Simmer Down 90.3 The Rock. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. Love you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers
Love
and
you.
love.
Take care. Bye.